Good morning, Dubai. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. We had the most amazing interview with Nouri. She was a Syrian refugee. She grew up in New Zealand and now she's smashing it in the States. She has the most inspirational story. We had all of that on the show today.
That's so true. And she spoke about just like her life in New Zealand and smashed the slangs that we asked of her. Like, she's honestly Kiwi, definitely a Kiwi. And what else? We spoke about a lot of things today, especially you and your walk of shame the day you got an iPhone. Although you were a Samsung user your whole life.
Samsung versus iPhone, it's the battle that will not end. Also, the 100 million meal initiative and the Iftar is being distributed across Dubai, and just general Ramadan vibes, which we are really feeling in the UAE this month. So turn it on. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Ramadan Kareem, and jumping into the top trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Our top story today: the 1 billion meals campaign hits 247 million dirham in its first week.
And are you thinking of what to do this Eid? Because a vlogger shares brilliant travel hacks on how to score cheap flight tickets.
We're talking about everything you guys have done throughout the weekend, and one group of residents who prepared iftar meals for 1,400 workers off their own bat.
That's brilliant. And we'll also be talking about these YouTubers who use ChatGPT to plan a 24-hour trip to Dubai, and that is genius.
Absolutely genius. And later on in the show, we're going to be joined by Nouri, who's a very talented singer, songwriter, and visual artist. She's going to be with us at about 8:50. But before we get into all of that, it's a time for resting. We were talking about sleeping before the show, how many hours we slept over the weekend, and Simran racked up about
40 hours.
40 hours. Sorry. Round of applause for Simran hitting 40 hours of sleep this weekend. 40 hours. How's that possible? The weekend is about 30 hours. How did you manage 40?
Wait, what? 2 days is 48 days. I don't know. Okay, fine. Approximately 40 hours. Not exactly, didn't count, okay, but so it's like.
My mic got unplugged.
Oh. Sure. Sorry, we just had a little whisper in our ear. But yeah, okay. So how did I sleep this weekend? Saturday, 2 p.m. onwards. Didn't open my system up for a soul. It was shut down post 2 p.m. I was asleep, and then I woke up and it was Sunday. So what do? I go have a little bit of breakfast, and then I'm like, what can I do now? There's nothing to do. I have no plans.
You slept from 2 p.m. on Saturday?
Yeah.
All the way through to Sunday?
Yeah, I woke up like in bits and pieces. Like I did wake up at some parts, but then I just slept properly till Sunday. And then Sunday I had no plans. I just had like my errands, like laundry and stuff. But I'm like, that can wait till Monday evening, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do everything on Sunday, and then it gets to Sunday. That can wait till Monday evening. Yeah, no problem.
So I slept all throughout Sunday. It was just the best thing ever. Best feeling. And I woke up this morning for work and I'm just like, 40 hours of sleep. This is exactly what I needed. How are you with sleep? Are you like
Can I just check if that's...
The numbers are accurate?
No, but like, I could never. I can't get to sleep in the afternoon. If I try and nap, I just don't nap in the afternoon. So I couldn't even think about getting to sleep. Never mind going to sleep and then staying asleep the whole way through the evening.
Wow. That sucks, honestly. Like,
anyway,
it's just a gift and a curse for me to be able to sleep that long.
It's a gift and a curse. Let's jump into our top stories. We're talking all things Ramadan and giving in the UAE. Our top story, 1 billion meals campaign hits 247 million in the first week. This is the 1 billion meals endowment, which we've spoken about already. It's a campaign launched by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, and the aim is to launch the largest Ramadan sustainable food aid endowment fund. And so far, in just 1 week, 247 million dirhams have been donated.
Okay, so the campaign received donations from 13,220 major contributors, individuals, businesses, and public and private sector players. The campaign is a practical example of the UAE's long-held values of giving and generosity, and a community-wide response to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed's call for aiding those in need.
And in case you're late to the giving party, you can help. So there's plenty of donation channels across, there's 5 different ways you can do it. We've already spoken about these. So you have the campaign's website, 1billionmeals.ae, and it's super simple. You just log on. I'm pretty sure they've got Apple Pay set up, whatever the Android equivalent is. Super easy. There's also the toll-free number, 800-9999. You can do it via bank transfer, via Emirates NBD. Just check on 1 Billion Meals Instagram to get all the details. And heaps of ways you can do it.
Exactly, and those who wish to donate to the campaign through the Dubai Now app can do so by clicking on the donations tab. So all of that is right there for you. It is so accessible if you want to get donating, if you want to get giving this Ramadan. And Casey said, yeah, the Android equivalent. Wouldn't you know, being an Android user for like the longest time?
Yeah, you know what's so funny is that I constantly praised and talked about Android for so long. But as soon as you jump ship, you forget what the other features were.
True.
Android users, I have you. I get it was like your phone memory system is amazing. The battery life in the phone that I had, I was always Samsung was amazing.
So I'll tell you something little
But as
about
soon as
Casey.
you jump over, yeah, go on.
So Casey for the longest had Samsung, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
So she was like the biggest advocate for Androids. Like she would stand her ground, fight everyone in the office.
Because I was the only one. Samsung needed a warrior to shout for its cause, and that was me.
And she would show off the camera features, the cool customization features. She would always just show off her Samsung. And then one day, we see Casey doing the walk of shame. She comes to the office. We're just like, what's happened? Why? You know, something's different. Something's off. And she takes out an iPhone from her bag.
13 Pro Max.
And she's joined us. She's joined the dark side. Left her as
They're so expensive. iPhones are so expensive. And that was the thing. It was like, why would you pay for a phone that has the same capabilities, if not less, than another one? And it's wildly more expensive. So I got a gift.
Right. That she didn't ask for at all.
I think I dropped my Samsung too many times. But it's always going to be that debate and battle because both phones have great qualities. But I love that, yeah, there's certain things like the copy-paste feature on the iPhone. Copy-paste from a photo.
Copy-paste from a photo. And if you sync your iPhone to a cloud, or like, yeah, something like that, and it syncs with your laptop, you can copy something from your laptop and paste it on your phone. Or if you copy something from your phone, you can paste it on your laptop.
I think there's so many benefits to both, but once you're in one, it's so hard to, like, it was actually the crossover was quite tricky, and like there was obviously some great things on Samsung that I don't have anymore. Can't even remember now. But the crossover is so hard that's why you're always gonna fight for the one that you have because you think it is the best because they both are amazing pieces of technology.
Exactly. I think just technology is great.
Speaking of tech.
Speaking of tech
and travel.
And travel.
And hacks.
And hacks.
Travel hacks.
Travel hacks. It was a long segue, but we got
there.
So a Dubai vlogger shares some brilliant travel hacks on how to score cheap flight tickets. Now, Dubai to Istanbul for 665 dirhams. Amazing. Dubai to London for 1,200 dirhams. Amazing. Amazing. Now, ain't that just the music to your wanderlust ears? And after jetting off to more than 100 countries around the world, Dubai-based travel vlogger and radio jock Parikshit Balochi is a globetrotter to say the least. And the travel enthusiast took to his Instagram to share major hacks for those looking to vacation abroad this upcoming Eid break. And we were all ears. So Parikshit basically advises travelers to search for their flights on Google and not directly on the airline's website. It's so interesting. Whenever, especially as we come into Eid, if you're looking for a holiday, it's like, how do I get the cheapest possible way? Parikshit says do it on Google, not on the website. So all you need to do is go to Google and type in Google Flights. When you see a landing page like this, select round trip, then select your location, put in your Eid or whatever holidays you're planning. Do not select your destination yet. After doing this, click on the map. So back in 2022, Dubai Airport saw passenger traffic shoot up to nearly 2 million during Eid al-Fitr holiday period. Exactly. So this was last year. This was the kind of traffic we saw at the airports last year nearing to the Eid break, and passengers were advised to book in their flights well in advance to avoid skyrocketing ticket prices and to reach the airport at least 3 hours before their departure to allow ample time for check-in, health document checks, and just immigration formalities in general.
So if you need a little vacay inspo, here's a list of popular destinations for UAE travelers as shared by Emirates. So the places that we're all searching for cheaper flights are London, Istanbul, Manila, Cairo, Paris, Casablanca, New York, Los Angeles, Switzerland, India, Nepal, and right now all I'm thinking about is, doing some hiking in Nepal because wouldn't that be a dream for
Oh
Eid?
my gosh. Hiking anywhere would be a dream. You're quite the hiker, aren't you?
Isn't hiking more about you think about it, you're like, it's like the trip to Oman. Like, it sounds really nice, but we never actually go and do it.
That's so true. That's so true. And any time you just go for a vacation, just lounge, get lazy, look at the views. That's me, not you. I feel like you're more active.
Depends on the holiday, depends on the time of year. So there you go. If you're looking to plan an Eid holiday break or any holiday coming up, do it via Google and let us know the results. I think we are all seasoned travelers living here in the UAE with so many destinations on our doorsteps. So if this is a travel hack that works for you, let us know. And also get back in touch with Pariksha Baluchi and say thank you for an amazing hack. Let's jump into our next story. A group of residents prepared iftar meals for 1,400 workers. So beyond just abstaining from food and drink, Ramadan is also a time for self-reflection, spiritual growth, and giving back to the community. The holy month is known as the month of giving, and this group proved just that by coming together to raise money to basically distribute iftar meals to a labour camp between Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Now, in a tweet thread, Dan Quim recalled the story of how he and his colleagues fed 1,400 workers. First, they looked for a place to distribute the meals, and they stumbled upon a lone labor camp in the desert between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And they managed to raise enough money to provide biryani meals for 1,400 workers and found a restaurant that could cook and package the meals.
So this was the will of just a small group of people. It just goes to show how much can be done. So the workers at the camp were grateful. Some even asked for extra meals to share with their colleagues who couldn't queue up because a queue was starting to form. And no food went to waste as the team made sure everyone was fed. If you look at our Instagram page throughout this weekend, can I just say wow to everyone and thank you for sharing all the videos with us, because it just shows, there's been so many free iftar for people in need, so many great initiatives that have happened over the weekend in terms of giving back and very community-led, community-focused stories. So it's been so great to see as always, and long may it continue for the rest of the holy month.
Exactly, and it's like you said, it's amazing to see these initiatives and people just being so proactive, because it really makes you it sets the right example, right? And it just pushes you to do it as well. Like, not just think it, but actually do it. Seeing like, okay, if everyone in the community is doing and giving back, it's like it really makes you want to do something as well.
Yeah, and there's so many ways to do it. So either you can get involved, check out Emirates Red Crescent. They have an incredible giving drive throughout the holy month. And also, if you can't get out and about, so for example, if your schedule doesn't permit, there's a 1 billion meals campaign, which we're hoping to reach target by, which would be amazing. We're already at 247 million. By we, I mean Dubai. Let's jump into our next story. These YouTubers use ChatGPT to plan 24-hour trip in Dubai.
You know what? Honestly, I think we made ChatGPT a thing. We made it a global phenomenon. It's us. It's all on us. We pioneered this. Anyway.
Are you using it?
Are you guys using it? Let us know.
Are you using it to hack work? Are you using it to write your essays at school? Are you using it to write your resume? Are you using it to plan a holiday? These are all things that it can be done. If you think about it, it's a genius way to plan a travel itinerary.
Exactly, and I think one day we should just give like a list of AI websites you guys can use, because I mean, we just have to get behind AI at this point. So ChatGPT can do many things, but can it plan a whole travel itinerary? So Oscar and Dan run a YouTube channel where they feature a tons of travel content. In this particular video, they put the infamous ChatGPT to the test on the streets of Dubai, and there are some fun failures, but for the most part, it was a success.
This is literally genius. If you're thinking of going to a country and you're like, okay, where do I start in terms of places to go? What are popular features? Trial it. So ChatGPT suggested a total of 4 destinations for them to check out, and it only made 1 error. So I would use ChatGPT and then I would check its work. So while asking AI, Oscar and Dan also had one specific condition. They said that they enjoy nature over city sites. So the results were Miracle Garden, Ras Al Khor Wildlife Sanctuary, beautiful, Jumeirah Mosque, and Lamur. The only error made was not warning them about timings for Jumeirah Mosque, and the pre-booking was necessary.
Okay, so would you trust a bot to plan your holiday?
So before this show, we were like, how genius, and Simran was talking about holidays that she's thinking about it. And
so my friends and I were planning to go to Bali or Europe this summer, and we're just like, okay, let's get this rolling. What we're gonna do? Like, at least let's plan something out. Let's figure something out. So we're just like, okay, one person just scouts around Europe, things to do, and I'm like, okay, me and someone else will do Bali and see what things are there to do there. So it was like a quick Google search, but I'm like, oh, why? Oh, why waste your time Googling and, you know, like finding specific information when ChatGPT not just planned the itinerary, but they also found the hotels, the Airbnb, gave perfect Airbnb suggestions that are all open right now.
So Simran looked like top team member when she came back. She said, look at all this research I did, guys. Where's yours? Come on. Now we know your hack. You're using ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, I told them. And then they used that for the European countries we were looking to go to. So it's just like, thank God for AI and ChatGPT. Like, you don't understand. It's like, it's just the best thing that's happened to mankind.
Ooh,
after Google.
Hold it.
What?
Disagree.
Why?
Totally disagree. Well, two things. One is you need to check everything, so the hotels potentially have closed and all of that. And then there's something about, so when I first went traveling when I was in university, there was no booking.com. So for example, we were in Thailand, we would land on an island. We would have like all our backpacks. We would sit in a group, and one person would have to walk through the town, check out the price of like 10 places, come back, report back. So like there was no like booking ahead. It was just you land there, you go and you find out the price, and you go in. And there was something quite like nice about it.
Yeah.
So now you like book in advance, you check all the reviews, and that's what you do. But now you're being told everything. Where is the like if and then everyone is getting told the same information. There's something nice about exploring and finding out your own information. So although it's easy and it's handier and it's going to save us a lot of time, there's something like hard work actually makes you appreciate things more rather than just being given the answer.
No, 100%. What you're saying is so accurate in terms of like going there and just something should be winging it, you know, like spontaneous. You go there and you learn as you go. You go there and you find out from the locals what's the perfect place to go or stay or eat from. Like, of course, that's there. But like just having that backup plan as to like, if this doesn't work out, this is our backup plan. So you're not completely lost when you're there.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for being our backup plan. But it is amazing in terms of capabilities. Like this is just one more thing that it can be used for. So I think it's a great basis for a start. So, okay, I'm going to Sri Lanka. What are the great things I could do on like the West Coast, the East Coast? And it will give me an idea and then I can research them. Yeah. It's great.
But only thing about ChatGPT is that it's the information like we know is outdated. So if there is
2022 or something.
Yeah, 2022,
2021.
2021, yeah. So it's like if there's any current events happening now, it will not know. So if the hotel's closed or if there's like an economic crisis or anything that's happening, political issue, it will not
take that into account. Yeah, exactly. But these guys, it work for them. And, you know, if someone asked me for nature inspiration, I may not have thought of those places. So it's 8:49, guys, which means it's nearly time for the incredible artist Nouri. She's going to be with us right after this very short break. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We're now joined by singer and songwriter who's been making waves in the music scene with her unique blend of pop, R&B and electric dance music. Welcome to the show, Nouri. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Not at all.
First of all, this look, this get-up, it's so fab and chic. And you were telling us, like, you do a lot with your hair. Not do a lot. Like what are some of the movements?
Like this.
The chic
and then like maybe the helicopter sometimes.
Is that the helicopter or the cowboy?
Could be both. I mean, depends who you are.
Have you ever whipped your hair on someone when you just
I whipped it on myself the other day. So I was trying to do a TikTok cover and I'm singing Kill Bill by SZA. And it's Ramadan, so it was almost like it was like karma because I like flicked my hair and then it came right back at me and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't sing the song.
You on the face?
Yeah, it's on my TikTok.
You're doing TikTok lives?
Yeah.
How are they for you?
It's amazing. I just get to connect with, you know, my community just on such a more personal level. I feel like it's like a FaceTime call, which I love. So it's like, it's nice. I really love
really
it.
put it like that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And I know everyone's names and it's just like the same people, and it's like dope, and then more people join, and it's just amazing. I love it.
So we know who you are. Casey knows who you are. The world knows who you are. But for those living under a rock, tell us about
Who is Nouri?
Nouri is a Syrian refugee who's dreamt of singing since she was literally 4 and has been trying to, just work hard and do this thing for as long as I can remember. It's really that. Everything I do is for a purpose, and I feel like it always goes back to my roots, which is I'm Kurdish, but I was born in a Syrian refugee camp. And a moment that changed for me, realizing my purpose actually was when I got a video back from one of my first releases, and it was the same refugee camp I was born into, and they were all singing my song. So it was like such a 360 full circle moment that I will never forget. And it was that moment I realized everything I'm doing is not just for me, it's really bigger than music. And that's who I am.
Wow, amazing history. How did you arrive when did you arrive in New Zealand?
We arrived when I was 3. So New Zealand opened up their doors to us when I was 3 because my sister needed medical attention, and luckily, it was unfortunate, but luckily for that, we were able to go.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
And what was it like growing up in New Zealand as a Syrian refugee?
It was hard. We're very grateful for obviously a new start, but refugees don't choose to be refugees. They go into a new place and it's not their home, and you start from scratch. And for my mom raising 6 kids, it was really hard. But just seeing how she did it and doing it off of nothing is so inspiring, and I feel like that's where me and my sisters and my brother get our drive from, and just seeing her do it from nothing, and you can really do anything from nothing. So
shout out to your amazing mom, by the way.
Shout out to my mother. Love
that
it.
Is amazing, and especially to have that figure in your life.
Yeah.
But that really gives such a strong sense of purpose. So with your music, is there something at the end of it that you want to achieve with your music?
I just want to be able to, because I feel like dreaming is such a luxury that not everybody gets, and I feel like that's why I never take it for granted. And the fact that I'm able to do it, I want to do it at such a level where I can actually give hope to those that were in similar situations, to be like, wow, you know what, she was in my position, and I feel like if she can do it, I can do it. And that's ultimately what I want to be able to do. I want to be a household name. I want to be everything I want to achieve, and just kind of give back and give opportunities to those that were in the same position I was. Yeah.
It's amazing because New Zealand isn't, there's not a huge number of artists coming from New Zealand, right? So not like, how did that happen? How did you kind of like break into the music scene there to make your way to the States after that?
Well, you know what's funny? I did it backwards. So I went straight to the States. So I just jumped into the deep end. So I was like, you know what? I'm dreaming so big, and I would just want to go into the deep end where they're all doing it every day at such a high level. And I went there knowing no one.
What age were you?
I was like 18, 20 or something, somewhere around back then. And I reached out to one producer. I did a cover of one of my favorite songs by Rihanna, and it was Close to You, and I sent it to one of my best friends, Brian Kennedy, who produced that song, and he actually reached back out and was like, your voice is amazing. I was emailing him for like 6 months, like writing like, is this good? And it was so bad. And and he was like, you know what, you have to come to the States because it's out of sight, out of mind. And I'm like, I never forgot that. And I just got 3 jobs and was like, you know what, let me try to go there for a month just to be in the presence of, I feel like, greatness. And that's what I did. And I went with Brian, and we recorded for about a month. But obviously, I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I wanted to really build my network while I was there. And so I'd end up at events by myself, at other studio sessions by myself. And it was always daunting, but I knew I was supposed to be doing it. So it wasn't as scary. And that's kind of how I ended up here.
Interesting. And what made you take these steps? Because it's so courageous to like go out there on your own and just really step out of your comfort zone. You were with your family in New Zealand, but you're like, no, I mean, like everything you did was mostly stepping out of your comfort zone. So what gave you that push to do it?
Honestly, I just believed I could do it. And I'm like, if I don't do it, then it's just wasted. So if I don't do it, at least I can say, I just wanted to say I tried doing it. Even if I failed, it was fine. If I tried, it was good. And but I knew I wouldn't let myself fail. So I don't know, it was just almost like I had a point to prove when it was like, my mom was like, don't go, it's scary, all this stuff. But I'm like, look, you raised me. That's all I kind of needed to say. It's just, okay, go. Like, you raised me. But no, I just wanted to prove a point because I'm Kurdish as well. Not many Kurdish, women are allowed to do certain things. So I was just trying to push the boundaries in a lot of different areas. And I feel like, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I just wanted to prove that to everyone.
Speaking of proving that, what was like the first moment where you were like, Mom, bros, sis, like, look what I've done in the States? Like, what was like the big moment that you're most proud of?
I think doing the national anthem. I think doing the national anthem at 2 NBA games and 1 Dodgers game.
So cool.
That was the coolest thing. And I felt like I manifested that because when my first LA trip, I was looking at the Staples Center and I was just like, oh my God, I just want to perform in there one day. I know I'm going to perform in there one day. And then I ended up doing 2 anthems in there. And then I bought a Dodgers baseball on that same trip. And then I ended up doing the national anthem for the Dodgers, which is insane to me. God. When I look back at that stuff, I'm like, this is actually insane. It actually works. Like, manifesting works and the universe helps you, but you do need to put in the work, like, every day and not just expect it to happen to you. I feel like you really need to.
You gotta change your ways, Casey. What are we doing wrong?
We're manifesting. We have the vision boards.
That's it. From today onwards, every night and every morning, we're just listening to audio clips on manifestation.
But manifesting and then working for it at the same time.
Because
it goes hand in hand. I feel like
that part.
That was the first hurdle.
And speaking of being proud, which songs have you been the most proud of?
I feel like I'll always be proud of my first song, which is Where Do We Go From Here? Just because that did so well it did so well for a first song, and I didn't know what the reaction was going to be because I had never released music before then. I had done a bit in Daddy's Home too, which was like my vocal in the movie, which was amazing. And so releasing my first song, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how people are going to take it. And then it did so well. And my friend, Tommy Brown, he decided him and Ariana Grande wanted to release Thank You Next and the same day. And I'm like, Tommy, give me a chance. And he's like, no, this is healthy competition. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'll know if my song is really good, if it's competing against the best. And she did really well. I did really well in New Zealand. And obviously in the Middle East on Angami, I was actually beating her on the charts. Oh my God. Thank you, Tommy. But no, it was great. It was an experience I'll never forget. Even the video that we did, $0 budget, and it looked like it was just such a good video that I ended up
I was going to ask about the video. Like, what was it like shooting your first video? Are you a dancer as well, or how did you get the moves going?
I'm a dancer, but this was more like an acting role, and I laugh at everything. So I was like, how am I gonna act serious now, especially with a guy that's like really hot? So I was like, he's like Leonardo DiCaprio. So I was just like, oh God, how do I act? And he's like, Nouri, just act. Like, he was acting the whole time, and I'm like, I don't know. But I was trying to keep my serious face, but I'm laughing, and I just didn't know how to do it. And but he was great. He made it so easy, so comfortable with them. It was just so easy. It was just so easy. Off.
You wouldn't have known.
You would have never known.
You would never have known.
Never known.
But how casually she says, like, yeah, Ariana Grande, like just next door neighbors, healthy competition.
I actually met her. She was amazing. Like, you hear all these stories, but I never take these stories as like what they are. And then I met her at the studio house, and she was so sweet. She says hi to everyone and just hugs, like, so sweet.
Okay, Team Selena, Team Hailey, which one?
I don't know why I knew you were gonna ask me this.
How did you? Wow.
I don't know. I just see.
You need to do more cool stuff because it keeps happening.
I'm getting to my.
You know what? I am 100% obviously Team Selena, but I do feel bad for the hate that Hailey's getting. But
Team Selena.
Is it real?
I don't know. I think it's real.
I don't know enough about it.
I think it's
Casey.
real. I think
Yeah.
it's real. But honestly, I think the biggest question is why Justin Bieber hasn't said anything.
Oh, he's just stuck between two women, two cat fight that he never.
But I mean,
asked for.
Selena had to, I'm not even going to get into it, but Selena's standing up for your wife, bro.
Yeah, true.
Say
I think I need more context on this story.
It just was like mean girl stuff. I was just like, this is not nice. Like, especially in 2023, are we still bullying people? Like, that's stupid.
Incredible.
We're moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah, love that. Love that. And yes, we are on the same team, so approved. Also, I wanted to ask, just getting a little serious, like when you were a refugee in New Zealand, did you face any like bullying or anything that you had to really overcome?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like after the 9/11 attacks, it was all over after that. Because before you could say, oh, I'm Kurdish, I'm from Iraq, I was born in Syria, and people are like, oh my gosh, where is this? And then as soon as the 9/11 attacks happened, it was, oh my gosh, you're from there, you're a terrorist. So it was just so quickly how everything changed. And just walking back from school, you would get like, I remember this one bully, he was just, me and my sisters were all huddled together. It was freaky. And he was just yelling a bunch of like things like terrorist this, terrorist that. And then it was just a scary time. And I didn't like it. And I can imagine everyone else was going through the same thing. So it's like, bullying sucks. Bullying sucks.
You use your platform to talk about mental health. Do you think it comes from at that point when you wanted to use your voice more?
100%. 100%. It all comes from my life experiences and what I've been through and what I've seen others been through, and my mom even, for example, and just being in the industry and seeing other artists deal with mental health. So it's always around me, which is good that I know about it, because that means people are talking about it. So it's always nice to have open conversations about mental health and how, getting into that space, especially during the pandemic even. I know a lot of people were dealing with mental health issues, including myself. So I feel like I always want to be able to talk about it so people feel like it's okay and they're not alone. And I feel like that's in every situation, though, making sure that people don't feel like they're alone, because that's the worst place you could be.
That's so true. It feels like you've lived a million lives, in just this one lifetime. Right. So what is that one biggest lesson that you've taken away from everything?
One is to not care what people say about you, because I feel like that really will get to you. And I feel like believing in yourself and knowing that anything is possible, I feel like throughout my whole life, just believing that has made me feel like I can do anything, and it's made me actually do anything I wanted to do. So yeah, just that. It's not caring and being yourself completely. Like, thank God for TikTok, because I feel like a lot of people have been able to do that. Doesn't matter who you are, you can just completely be yourself. And I've realized as well how much people are the same. We're all the same. We're just in different bodies. We've all experienced the same things. We're just in different bodies. And it's a platform where people just don't care what other people say about them. So they're just completely themselves and feel like they can do anything. And I feel like that's the best place you can be in life.
In this, I guess, interview, manifestation has come up 4 times. So we want to know, what are you manifesting for the future?
To sell out Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
To be based out here. I want to be based out here, between here and LA. Record just as many songs as possible. But yeah, I would say the biggest is selling out Madison Square Garden and maybe Coca-Cola Arena over here.
Yeah, let's sell out Coca-Cola Arena. We love that as a dream. Before you go, we want to play a little game with you. It's Kiwi slang.
Okay.
We're going to dish out some Kiwi slang, which they're famous for, with Nouri, and see how well you know them.
Okay.
And also a little explanation to go with the words would be great.
Because we don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, I hope I know these.
But how will we know if she's right?
I have a vague idea. Okay, Kiwi slang with Nouri. First up,
Munted.
Munted. Oh, like something's munted, like ugly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We have broken down here.
Really? I would say like,
Right.
that looks munted.
Something is pretty much beyond repair. is what they say.
Yeah, it kind of.
Like we are munted right now.
No, you're not.
Munted
Munted on
souls.
it's a munted
No,
Monday.
you're not. I just thought it meant same thing. Broken.
Same thing, yeah.
Same thing. Okay, next up, dairy.
Oh yeah, it's like a convenience store.
Dairy.
And then also in Australia they call it milk bar.
Milk
Really?
bar.
Yeah, which I always found was weird because I lived in Australia for 2 years. So when they started calling it milk bar, I'm like, that's a dairy.
Maybe like the grocery shop, the baklava.
Milk bar
It's like
just
a
sounds
7-Eleven.
So wrong.
Bacala.
Yeah, it's like a 7-Eleven.
I have no idea.
What do you call the grocery store here? It's a bacala, right?
It's the grocery store.
Ali?
Supermarket.
Thumbs up, you got
bacala.
a thumbs up.
So at home we call it the news agent.
Oh.
Bacala. At home it's the news agent. The 7-Eleven, what do you call it?
Yeah, it's like a 7-Eleven.
In India, I think maybe dukan, but over here I just call it supermarket. But like
But this tiny one in the corner.
Tiny one.
the grocery store.
The grocery store.
That's what we call it, right?
Really?
Yeah, but at home in Ireland I call it the news agent. And here they call it the bacala.
I've never heard of that in my whole
But
life.
does it have groceries like
The
that?
milk bar, I tell you, sounds so wrong. So
Sounds
wrong.
delicious. I think it sounds good.
Milk bar.
The milk bar,
Okay,
no.
what is a lolly?
Candy.
Sweet. Like a sweet.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it
That's
is.
it. Are we
That's a
sure
lolly.
that's what it means?
Yeah.
Is it
Yes.
that simple?
New Zealanders use it to describe all sweets because
Yeah,
at home,
okay.
a lolly for me would be like an ice pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
She's saying candy, all sweets.
Lollies. So
All
like,
sweets.
Let's
Like-
get us some lollies.
it's
Yeah.
All
Put
candy.
those together.
Like let's go to the dairy and get some lollies.
Wow. It's like speaking in code.
This is the thing.
Okay. Jangles.
You mean jandals?
Oh, jandals.
It's like flip flops.
Flip flops. That's so cute, the jangles.
And you know what they call it in Australia? I'm giving you guys both because we're basically neighbors. They call it thongs.
Thongs.
Songs for the slippers.
Yeah.
Flip-flops.
That can get so confusing.
I know,
anywhere
but you know
else.
what? I was just thinking about it like the other week or something. Yeah, it actually makes sense because it kind of looks like one.
The shape.
Yeah. There was all sense when they were coming up with that in Australia. We know that for sure.
Can you imagine like how that can get lost in translation
100%.
anywhere else?
100%. That's why it's always funny to bring it out. You're like, oh yeah, they call it thong.
But you actually use jandals in normal.
Jandals.
The jandals.
Jandals, sandals.
I'm
same
still
thing.
picking that up.
Okay, two more. Tiki tour. You've been away too long.
Tiki tour. Yeah, that can mean a bunch of stuff in New Zealand. Tiki tour?
Really?
Is it like a drinking? No, I'm not about to say it because I don't want to embarrass the nation. Tiki tour. No, I don't know what that is.
So, like, if you were going to someone's house, you might get called out for if you take the long route.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
So, if like you're all going to a friend's house and you go the long way, everyone's like, "Oh, you're taking a tiki tour."
Oh, okay. I know that. Okay.
Oh,
I never knew
like
that.
a detour.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Like you're taking maybe forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
tiki tour.
your information's more up to date than ours, so I don't know about this one.
I'll
I
confirm
feel like I
it.
can get behind these slangs. Okay.
Yeah, same.
Crook.
Crook?
Like
Like you're a crook. Doesn't everyone say that?
I don't know. I thought it
a
was something
fraud.
different.
It's got a different meaning in New Zealand.
Really? A crook? Are you sure? How's it spelled?
CROOK.
I would say that's like a fraud. Like,
No.
okay, what is it? And then I'll.
No.
So, when to use in a sentence? I went out for a curry last night, and I've been feeling a little crook all day.
Ah, sick.
Is that right?
Yeah, when you use it in a sentence like that, it makes more sense.
Oh, I have sentence for
I
all of
said
them.
a fraud.
I thought you're giving us the sentences.
So, tiki tour. Are we taking the tiki tour to Sarah's house? Tiki tour is so cute. So, if your colleague's late for work, you'd be like, "Hey, you took the tiki tour to work today? That's great. Love it."
Yeah. Okay.
That is
Okay.
such a nice
True.
sugar-coated way.
I never knew that TikTok one.
Before you leave us, what is your favorite New Zealand slang?
I would say bro
Bro.
or sweet.
No, give us something.
For like your
Like-
bro.
Like yeah, bro. Like bro. Like I always say bro.
That is just so
Is it okay? Wait.
Los
Okay.
Angeles.
They say chur.
chur.
Yeah.
What's chur?
So chur basically means sweet.
A chur. That's
Yeah.
chur.
Like cool.
Yeah. They're like,
chur.
oh yeah, chur, bro.
Chur,
Or just
bro.
chur.
So cool.
This interview was true, bro.
That was so true. Thank you so much, Nouri, for your time today.
Thank
we cannot
you for
wait to see
having
you
me.
sell out Coca-Cola Arena and then Madison Square Garden. We want to be with you every step of the way. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you guys.
Not at all.
No.
That is all we have time for the Lovin Dubai show. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye for me.
This show is brought to you by the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.